Spring is here. I'm so excited about that. I really love spring. I love the energy it brings. It's about renewal and growth and just getting rid of the doldrums of the winter and starting fresh. In today's video, we're glowing up our skincare and some beauty. You know, anytime the season changes, it's a great time to assess our routine and make a couple of tweaks. And depending on where you are, you know, maybe you live somewhere where it's this similar temperature all year round, just a couple little adjustments can do great things for your skin. So the first thing is moving away from heavy moisturizers. I have dry skin, so all winter long I was packing on the heavy moisturizers and I need it. But even with dry skin, as we come into the warmer months, it's time to move away from those heavy night creams. Our skin holds more water as it gets warmer, so we want to glow, but we don't want to look, weighed down with heavy moisturizers that can end up backfiring actually. For example, for me, I was using this Naturium Plant Ceramide Moisture Cream and following that with an intense overnight sleeping cream. What I love is they've just run out, so it's perfect timing. I have something already to take its place, which is really cool. Really cool. Coola sent me a few things from their new skincare line to try, and this is the Great Barrier Cream. And for me, this is going to be a great transition cream for me. It is still very moisturizing, but it's actually much lighter. And when I say replacement, I'm talking about nighttime. So this is still really hydrating, but it's a lighter feel and will work perfectly as that transition. This has things like blue algae. I do know that it's all about protecting the barriers. So the next thing is we want to work on our cell turnover, getting rid of any dead skin, and some mild exfoliation just to really get glowing for the spring. And a wonderful way to do that is glycolic acids. Now, this can be in the form of a cleanser that you do maybe a couple times a week. This is just a little travel size from Mario Badescu. Any kind of glycolic cleanser. We'll love something like the facial radiance pads from First Aid Beauty, a couple times a week. I had a comment on my Redder reaction video by another content creator here on YouTube, which I think is a great idea. She has been using in her daily routine Pixie's Glow Tonic, and that really inspired me. That is a perfect thing to be using in the springtime. I went and picked this up. It's Pixie Glow Tonic. I really like this, especially because it is a 5% glycolic in this. So it's gentle enough to be used daily. It really works to get you that glow, to get that cell turnover happening. Wonderful thing to add in, and this is good for even more sensitive skin types. You might not use it every day. I might not use it every day, but I'm going to start incorporating it. This is exciting, really gives you that glow. So thank you, Joey, for listing that in a comment because it's a great idea. I've also added in this Coola Vital Rush Skin Renewal Serum. This is another one that they sent me as part of their line. And the skin renewal part sounds perfect for spring. I wasn't sure about this at first. It is more of a lotion serum. I really do like the consistency of it. I'm using it right now towards the end of my daytime routine, right before my moisturizer, and then onto my sunscreen. The reason why I wasn't sure is mostly because Coola is an organic skincare line. You know, I speak the language of hearing things like vitamin C or glycolic or lactic acid or retinol, and the organic ingredients, I'm just not as familiar with them. Now that I look at it, camu extract is in here, which is rich in vitamin C. Goji berry, that is more antioxidants. And moringa oil, which is fatty acids for nourishing the skin. Hyaluronic acid, we know what that is. This is vegan, cruelty-free, gluten-free. I think this is a fun addition right now into my spring skincare. It fits the theme of renewal, and so I'm liking it. Our skin is changing all the time. It's nice to just make little changes that sort of wake up our skin a little bit. This just can do a whole lot for your overall look. even if you take a break from something for a second and then switch back, I think it's important to do, and it's certainly important to do every season. I want to mention sunscreen because this is critical, and I'm going to do a video about some new sunscreens, so I'm not going to get into all the sunscreens now, but just it's important to have one. If you are someone who wasn't wearing sunscreen every day through the winter, I hope you will start now. That's just so important for so many reasons. And now more than ever, there are so many different sunscreens and ones that can sort of even take the place of makeup through the summer. I love this Colorescience Sunforgettable Face Shield. This is an all mineral sunscreen. Love, love, love it. If you are pulling out sunscreen that you've had in the cabinet since last summer, you know, even talking about your body sunscreens and things like that, be sure to check those expiration dates. Sunscreen expires. I think we can move on to the second part of this is some makeup, just to help us get that extra glow. I mean, I could talk about this stuff all day, right? I'm going to go ahead and the funny story here is actually this video has taken me a minute to do. I did one of this and the sound wasn't on and all that stuff. So I'm doing it again. I hope I'm not leaving out all the key things that were so important that I wanted to say. I hope not. But I'm so glad you're hanging out with me for this part. Let's just get into a few things. This is Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. This could be one of my favorite makeup products ever. If you don't have this yet, I'm gonna urge you to try it. Anyway, I wear this in the shade 2. This is so versatile, so versatile. You can wear this under makeup, just a little bit, you pop some on your cheeks, under your foundation. You can use it over your foundation as a highlight. And what it is so great at is being completely natural, giving you glowy look, and it's kind of foolproof. It's very forgiving. It's not going to show up on your lines or texture. You know, some highlighters and things like that can just sort of sit on your skin or be too much. This is a very natural look, and I'm going to show you. And let me pop it on. See, just as easy as I can. And then you can take a sponge or your finger. I'll take a sponge. And just boop, boop, boop. Can you see? Now I'll try it again over here. I just think this does so much. I feel like the bottle is going to last me a good long time too. Can you see it? I just love it. I think it's amazing. The next thing is also Charlotte Tilbury. This is called the Magic Vanish Color Corrector. I get this in the shade Fair. That is only available online. So I have some concealer on. Right now I wear Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer. I really like that. I would normally put this on underneath concealer, or you can just wear it on its own. My finger, I hope my finger's clean. I'm going to do one swipe of this. It's easy. I mean, you could use a brush as well. If I've done it correctly, it usually does a lot with very little. Doesn't take much. One little swipe. See the difference? I think it really brightens up your eye. It's great. I just love it. Another thing that's great in the spring just to wake your eyes up and open them up is getting a nude pencil for your waterline. Not a white pencil, a nude pencil. And you know, they're not as easy to find as I think they should be. This is the nude that I found. It's from LA Girl. It's literally the only one I could find at Ulta the other day. But just putting a little bit in very subtly, it just kind of opens up the eye and doesn't take much to just subtly open up the eye. I think it's a great look for spring. I picked up a couple of cream blushes. I think picking up a peachy or pink, baby pink, any kind of rose color is so fresh and pretty for the spring. I did pick up this gorgeous color from Nars. I'm not sure about this formula. I am going to play around with it a little bit more. It was called a whipped matte blush, you know, and I'm not normally going for matte, but I thought with blush maybe it would be good to do a matte. what I'll say, my comments for this right now is the pot itself is really small. So if you have nails or anything, it's very difficult to get in there with it. And I did notice that it hasn't lasted that long for me so far, but this is gorgeous color. I just need to play around a little bit more and see. I picked up this Honest Beauty in Coral Peach, which I'm wearing right now, which is really pretty. This one is pretty pigmented. And I think it's easy enough to blend out. I like it. I put it on my eyes today as well, along with some other things, but this one, I think, there's another color by Honest Beauty that I wanted, but they didn't have it in. I can't remember if it's called Poppy, maybe. But I think this is really nice and pretty easy. This is also a great time of year to actually do some kind of a treatment to your hair as far as your scalp to detox. If you've used a lot of products over the winter time, just to refresh. I tried this Christophe Robin. It's a kind of scrub for your scalp. It was such an odd product at first. It literally looks like a body scrub, a salt scrub inside. But honestly, once I actually got it into my scalp and figured it out, it felt amazing just to cleanse my scalp. You have a body brush sitting around and haven't been using it. I hadn't been, but I pulled it out now to start scrubbing, dry brushing my skin before getting into the shower. It's a great time of year to start that. Another thing to brighten up your look is teeth whitening. I love Crest White Strips. I haven't used them in quite a while, but even the most original, cheapest kind of most inexpensive version of white strips work wonderfully for me, and I don't even ever use them the whole cycle of them. I just will use one every once in a while. So I think I maybe have a couple of white strips left, and again, they just work for me. So doing a new treatment to whiten your teeth, brighten them up, I'm ready to do one. Like I said, I think I have one sitting there in the other room that I can go ahead and do just to kind of brighten up and start fresh. Well, I think that wraps up this part of just glowing up for spring. I could seriously go on and on this topic of glowing up. We can find so many ways to just revitalize ourselves. I hope some of this was helpful. Please drop a comment down below, give this video a like, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.